The whole conversation around AI right now, it's just this wild mix of incredible excitement and, let's be honest, a lot of confusion. It feels like every single day there's a brand new tool, a new headline, something else you're supposed to be paying attention to. But what if I told you the real secret? The key to unlocking all this power isn't about mastering 100 different apps. What if it's about making one simple shift in how you think?
I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures this exact moment we're all living through. We're in this golden window of opportunity. This isn't some sci-fi, far-off future stuff. Nope, it's happening right now. And the people who are leaning in today, well, they're the ones who are going to gain a serious edge.
So that really is the big question, right? How do you seize this golden moment? How do you go from feeling completely overwhelmed by it all to feeling truly empowered? How do you turn this massive shift into your personal advantage? Well, it all starts with a framework.
Okay, so here's the biggest breakthrough you need to have. It's not the tech itself. It's this one simple realization. AI isn't here to replace you. It's here to amplify you. Real success with this stuff isn't about memorizing a bunch of complicated workflows. It's about learning to think differently, to see opportunities everywhere, and to use your time in a totally new way. It really boils down to two paths you can take with all this. On one side, you've got the replacement mindset, and that just leads to fear, to feeling like you're going to become obsolete. But on the other side, you've got the amplifier mindset, and that's where you find leverage, where you unlock incredible new creativity, and where you reclaim the freedom to focus on the stuff that actually matters.
So to really use AI as your amplifier, you can't just wing it. You need a strategy. And thankfully, Harvard professor Dr. Arthur Brooks has this brilliant one he calls the two-brain framework. It is such a simple way to think about partnering with AI instead of feeling like you're competing against it.
Okay, now I know that term, hemispheric lateralization, sounds super technical and a little intimidating. But don't worry, Dr. Brooks boils it down so beautifully. All it means is that the two halves of your brain are specialized for different tasks. That's it. The two sides of your brain just do different things. And understanding that one simple difference, well, that's the whole key to using AI in the right way.
All right, so here's how this whole framework actually breaks down. Think of it like this. Your left brain is all about complicated problems. These are things that are hard for sure, but they're ultimately solvable with data and logic, like designing a toaster. This is where AI is your absolute best friend, your ultimate assistant. But your right brain, that handles the complex stuff. We're talking about things like wisdom, meaning, creativity, love. These things can't be solved with a formula. They're uniquely human, and that's where your real genius shines. Honestly, the biggest mistake most people make is trying to use a left brain tool, like AI, to solve a right brain problem.
So the whole game is to use AI for all those left brain tasks, right? That way you free up your time and your brain power for the important right brain work. Now, theory is great and all, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. There's this entrepreneur, Sabrina Romanov, and her process puts this framework into action just perfectly.
What she does is she breaks her entire content creation process into 3 simple stages. And at every single one of those stages, AI acts as her amplifier, not her replacement. Let's dig into how this makes the theory super practical, starting with the first step, ideation.
All right, step 1, ideation. So instead of spending hours and hours just scrolling through social media, hoping an idea will strike, that doom scrolling we all do, she uses AI as a research partner. It can sift through thousands of data points in literally seconds and surface the ideas that are almost guaranteed to resonate with her audience. Just like that, all that manual, repetitive work is just gone.
Okay, next up is creation. And listen, this is an absolute game changer. You know that horrible feeling of just staring at a blank page, not knowing where to start? Well, AI completely solves that problem. It can generate a bunch of first drafts for you, which totally changes your role. You're no longer a struggling writer. You're a sharp editor, a strategist. You never have to start from zero again.
And finally, we get to publishing. And this is where the leverage just becomes massive. With AI-powered automation, you can take one single piece of content, let's say a short video, and it can be automatically repurposed into an Instagram carousel, a Twitter thread, and a LinkedIn post. You're literally multiplying your output without multiplying your effort. It's incredible.
So, when you put all this together, this new mindset plus a practical framework, what's the ultimate result? What's the real payoff here? It's not just about being a little more efficient. No, it's about reclaiming your single most valuable asset.
And that asset is time. By putting these exact strategies into practice, people are consistently getting back an average of 15 hours every single week. I mean, think about that. That's almost 2 full workdays just handed back to you.
So what do you do with all that time you've reclaimed? Well, you pour it right back into that right brain work that only you can do. You get to focus on true innovation. You can build deeper connections with your family, your friends, your customers. You finally have the space to go and build your masterpiece. And that really brings us to the final thought here. AI isn't the masterpiece, it's the brush. It's the amazing tool that lets you offload all that repetitive, complicated stuff so you can finally focus your energy on what truly matters. So the real question isn't, what can AI do? The real question is, what will you do now that you have AI as your amplifier?